Here's the title track for the new album. Who's been to England? Anyone been to England? Quite a few of you. Clapping. Boris. Anyway. Yes. I'm not sure where to go anymore. US, England. But the thing is, you obviously went to England for the food, I'm sure. Madam. She's like, yeah, but it has got better. It has got much better. So I come from a little village called Rottingdean on the south coast of England. And it's near Brighton, if you've ever been to Brighton. Rudyard Kipling lived in my village for a bit, and it was by the sea. So Provincetown's very similar to my village. I always say it's the same, really, except in England, in my village, we have old ladies with poodles, and then they move to Provincetown, and they're young gentlemen with poodles. I like it even better. I was like, this is the place for me.
Yes.
Now, my mum and dad were older. My mum had me when she was 51. In fact, they thought she was in menopause. They thought I was a tumour, but no. That's why my hair's covered. Anyway, so my dad was a quiet man. My mum was French. She was all full of joie de vivre. My dad was quite proper. He liked me to be quiet. My brother and sister, 20 years older than me.
Wow.
I got it a bit easier from my dad, who was strict when I came along 20 years later, but still, I had to not really behave, because I was a bit of a live wire. But if I wanted to enjoy him, best to be quiet. So I found if I would go into the garage on a rainy day, there were occasional rainy days in England. He was an electrical engineer, and he retired when I was 11, so he was in the house, I was around. If I went to the garage on a rainy day, he would get this big box with plugs and electrical sockets, and he'd empty it out and give me a screwdriver. Here, darling, entertain yourself, undo all these. And I'd sit there for hours, there'd be so many screws to undo, and there'd be a pile of screws and a pile of plugs, and he'd go, well done, now do them all up. And I would, but I loved it. I loved putting things together again after you pulled them apart. Anyway, you know, I would have these, they were lovely times, just quiet. But the thing is, my brother and sister say, you know, God, he would spend time with you. He'd always be at the bottom of the garden with them. And he liked fishing. And in the summer, sometimes I'd be on the beach and my dad would turn up with prawning nets, and he'd point at me and go, come on. So if we were quiet, when the tide was out, we would go all over the rocks to the furthest rocks where the bladderwrack seaweed hangs. And if you take one of those baited nets and you're quiet, and you very gently place it into one of the little rock caves and wait, without splashing, you can pull out the net again after a while, and it'll be full of dinner, prawns, shrimps, ticking. And we would walk home quietly, and I knew what was going to be for dinner. My mum was going to cook prawns on toast. Another English delicacy. And we'd quietly walk past the duck pond and the 2 churches and the 5 pubs, and we'd go down a little lane, Sixpenny Lane. Well, I call it Sixpenny Lane because every time I went there, my dad would go, shh, what's that? And he'd point, and I'd look, and there was a shiny sixpence always waiting for me when I walked down that lane. It took me till I was 16 to work out my dad had been dropping them. I mean, I didn't want to believe. I thought it was magic. But you show love in all sorts of ways, quietly. Well, ice cream and fish and chips, I put my fingertips inside your palm. Cross at the traffic lights, all the commuters look longingly at the prawning nets under your chalky already. I know this land, each stone, each corner, each tree. And the tide comes in, and we walk the lane. And you say to me, keep your eyes open for magic, my darling. Just like magic, it's there again.